See what you made me do?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the School of Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Alex, and then I'm here alongside my good buddy Matt Mayfield. And Pablo is our, you know what? That's our super guest right now. And then Mario, our hot takes guy.
Yeah. Super guest.
Mario, our every week guest.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what it is because he's not like
were you
up.
super your first week and then it just fades away?
Yeah, no, it's true because like he was pretty good in pick'ems,
yeah.
and then now he's just like off.
Did I do terrible last week?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Damn,
we don't spoil that. I'm sure all the thousands of listeners are waiting right now, just wondering.
all of Pablo's downloads. He just keeps downloading them from different phones.
Hopefully, Pablo listens to himself talk.
Did you guys get my mail? Is that why I'm here for the request?
Yeah. He's like, hey. You live right down my street. I'm like, I live right next to you.
All you gotta do is make one request and you get on the podcast. Look at that.
That's true, and it's pretty simple.
Oh, you only got one request then.
Yeah,
that's it, man.
Well, we debated it. Yeah. We debated, like we brought it together, we took it, and it has to be unanimous. Mm-hmm. And luckily for you, Pablo,
Mario's vote only counts.
I'm unanimous.
Yeah. Pablo only Mario only counts as a 1/3.
1/3 vote.
All right. Well,
just because he's super tall.
So you had two.
So you guys talk politics as well, I see.
You had 2 votes for yes.
All right.
That's right, man. All right, so this is a pretty dope week. It's week 9. Now the trade deadlines are over. Any surprises you guys want to point out?
Yeah, there were actually trades.
There were, right?
Like
don't they just talk about it?
It was the NBA trade deadline. It was crazy. Like every time you open your phone, something else was going on. I mean, there was actually big trades for a change, and I think some that can make a difference.
Yeah, which is the shocking one for you?
Well, I don't know if it's really shocking, but Jay Ajayi, I mean, he's been so bad in Pablo's Dolphins.
Pablo's disclaimer: he is straight from Miami. He's hardcore Miami.
But Jay Ajayi is, I think in the right system and with the right team,
I think it's perfect for him.
And so. I'm not. What did Miami get for him?
I don't know. Fuck you guys. I'd like to skip this topic. And in all reality, look, it seems like a bad move, right? You take a top 5 running back and you get a 4th round pick when there's other trades around the league. Garoppolo's a 2nd round pick. You get a Sammy Watkins, a 3rd and a 5th, and all we can muster up is a 4th round pick for a top 5 running back. It's frustrating.
Something happened, man.
But what if he's a tremendous asshole?
Oh yeah,
right.
Addition by subtraction.
You ever work with an asshole?
Yeah.
Or be the one? Like, either way, it's rough.
I've known Alex for a long time.
Yeah.
Right, so...
That's true.
So maybe Jay is either a huge asshole or the Dolphins are assholes. I hope it's Jay Ajayi.
No, I think it is Jay Ajayi because I think the coach, Gacy, said something about... he said something about no one talks crap about the team, or he kind of summed it up, but then quoted trade deadline, like he put in quotations trade deadline.
Well, this guy's not a safe coach. You can give him that. Now, if he's smart, we'll see. But one thing he's not as safe.
And it's one of those things where they're in such without having their solid quarterback, it's like there's so much they're already having to worry about. So if he is causing trouble in the locker room, getting rid of him probably is going to make things easier. It settles everything down, and then they can kind of just move forward. And I mean, they're not too. What are they like?
What do you do?
They're 4-3.
4-3, right?
4-3, yeah. So
what do you do when a
miracle
when a whole defense is talking shit about your team, like Denver Broncos?
Yeah,
that's pretty embarrassing, man.
The other one though is Benji. Did y'all see Cam Newton's press conference?
Yeah,
I actually called him Benji like 6 times.
Really?
I think they were in love.
No, he said it hurts. He's like, this hurts, man. He's like,
this is like when the real Benji.
Yeah, like when he
like
really
got lost or passed away or whatever happened.
He got run over by a car or something like that. That's really what happened.
Yeah, that one actually that was the most surprising. I think Ajayi is the biggest move, but the Kelvin Benjamin was surprising because I mean, Panthers are decent. They're
not terrible. I mean, you're playing with Atlanta Falcons.
What did they get for Benjamin?
A 3rd and a 7th round pick.
It's not bad.
I mean, he is injured. He is injured.
It's not a solid 4th rounder, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Not like the Dolphins guy.
Yeah. That's where the real talent lies in the draft, guys. Don't be fooled with this first, second,
Who came out in the 4th? Was it Dak Prescott? Was it Dak Prescott? Was it Dak Prescott?
Yeah, and I totally knew that when I was mentioning the strength of the 4th round.
Exactly.
That's what they're going for. And then
Jimmy, that one was the most surprising. Was Jimmy G? The Patriots letting him go to San Francisco.
why?
That was pretty.
Why are you doing that?
I read some stuff, something about his contract was about to be up.
Oh, he's going to be like trying to ask for a shit ton of money. Because I mean, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
those 7 passes that he's thrown.
No, but that is the MO of like New England quarterbacks. It is in your contract that you're going to go somewhere else, get overpaid and fail. It happens time and time again.
That's pretty true.
And isn't that what happened with Brian Hoyer?
It was just,
and now he's back.
Brian Hoyer, Matt
it was
Castle,
just Jenny Garoppolo's time.
Right, that's right.
The thing is for Garoppolo, I mean for the Patriots, they got 2 picks out of it, and they got a backup quarterback who's a legit backup quarterback.
Yep,
so they
Brian
might
Hoyer
have
back.
actually gotten better off in the deal long run because they can keep Brian Hoyer as a backup quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Who they get for quarterback?
Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer.
They just signed him today.
So they just signed
to
him
a 3-year
after
contract.
he gets cut. So really the 49ers traded Brian Hoyer and 2 picks for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So New England's fine, and if Jimmy Garoppolo is good, I mean, 49ers didn't have to.
It was definitely for the future because he might not even play this year. That's what that was.
that's what I
heard
read
that today,
too.
They said he'll play like week 32.
Right.
That's the estimated timeline.
That's good.
I saw on.
He's going to play
impressive,
right
right?
around the
Yeah.
same time Andrew Luck's coming back.
Oh yeah, that's true.
2018.
So this is just my thought. Like, you know how different it is from like week 8 and week 9 to like where we were week 2 and 3. Remember, like we used to be really big on Trevor Siemian, and we were like, yeah, you gotta stream him because he's doing fucking badass. You see how well he did against the Cowboys, and now look at him, he's losing his job to Brock Osweiler.
The other one was that I was super high on.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler starting.
Oh, I saw he was starting, but I forgot which team he was on. So I was just like, oh, I guess the Browns are starting Brock Osweiler. He's on the Broncos now?
Yeah, dude.
I was super high on Montgomery earlier in the year, and then he lost his job once that injury happened.
Once they found a real running back, and they're
Right.
like, oh yeah, cool.
And
You know
did
what's
it.
going to happen. You know Brock Osweiler's going to come in slinging, right?
He's going to be
It's
the
like
best,
5
best
touchdowns.
quarterback.
He's on my
That's
list.
the bold pick of the week.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Brock Osweiler.
You know how
That's
fucking
crazy.
awesome that would be? And then
Against Philly, too? Oh, yeah.
I want them to be like, at the end of the game, Denver, like Trevor Siemian goes, I mean, not Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler goes to the middle of the field, and he goes and hugs one defensive player, like, individually throughout. Like, you know how they do in baseball where they clap each other's hands? Like, good job, guys. But I want them to do it to where Brock hugs every single defense player.
So is that where the Eagles play? The Broncos?
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be a good game. I hope they stuff Jay Ajayi and he gets -4 yards.
You know what? Yeah,
There's
that's
a chance that
But in that, he learns a lesson about life and how, it humbles him.
everybody's like he's going to, he's going to a better situation. It's like, I think I'd rather live in Miami than Philadelphia. to be perfectly honest.
that's pretty true.
I think it's safe to drop Wendell Smallwood now. Or
That was going to be on my thing.
is that on your list?
That's on my
Along
drops.
with, if you look really quickly, it looks like, remember, we licked semen?
Yeah.
If you read really quick at the first statement, the first one, like, whoa, you got to make sure.
Yeah, so
You
did
forgot
you,
what kind of podcast
so what did you think? So you want to stay on? Or?
I didn't remember that one when I listened to your guys' podcast. Honestly, I must have missed that part.
So another thing it's kind of annoying. They do it pretty much like every other week. Is that they bring up teams that could have picked. That Cleveland could have picked these certain quarterbacks.
Right,
Like they bring it up at least once or twice a week, like throughout the week. Like at first it was who was it? It said Wentz because they traded, right? Didn't Cleveland trade?
Every time anytime you see Goff throw an incomplete pass, they're like, well, they could have had Carson Wentz, and and Goff's actually looked decent. I mean, he's done fine.
But how
He's a
stupid
lot
is
better
that?
this
Like,
There was a telling sign initially in the draft. One guy's name is C. Wentz. One guy's name is Jagoff.
right,
Right?
Jagoff.
There was one Jagoff and one C. Wentz. Right? It was an obvious choice. Right? When you go quarterback, you go Carson Wentz. That's a name you can trust.
I like Carson
I don't
because you're like
trust the Jagoff.
Carson Palmer's
Jagoff.
pretty stable, so I'm going to go with another Carson.
Ooh.
That's how I would do it. That's why I like Taco Charlton for the Cowboys. Just I like his name,
I like tacos.
and I like tacos. So I mean, I'm all for him.
You would have picked Jagoff.
Yeah, I would have
He likes Jagoff.
Jack off and tacos.
Jagoff's not doing
That
so
sounds like
bad,
your
right?
Sunday mornings.
That's very true.
Hey, so who were the other quarterbacks? Like,
Yeah, there's a fucking shit ton of them. Deshaun Watson.
So how many of these
Deshaun
guys-
Watson is the biggest one because they obviously could have grabbed him, but instead they got
Wentz
Deshaun
too.
Kaiser. So,
I mean, I think the biggest one of those is Dak because of how successful he's been.
but
Plus, every single team could have
had him 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like everybody passed on him.
But then, but you have to look at it. It's not really the fucking quarterback. It's just the team as a whole.
Dak would not have gone to the Rams.
Dak wouldn't be Dak if he wasn't at the Cowboys or
exactly. That's in all sports. You know, you got to be in the right situation.
But I think they're just trying to like fill space and time. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, we need 7 minutes to fill. Let's talk about quarterbacks Cleveland could have had.
Did you know,
that'll fill
that
13
Matthew
minutes.
Stafford knows Clayton Kershaw?
No, he doesn't. That's not a true story.
They know each other.
No, that's fake news.
Just in case y'all
Hashtag
didn't
fake
know.
news. Yep.
And if you've never watched a World Series game,
Or a fucking Sunday, any Fox game. That's fucking
that's
stupid.
the only fact they know about either of those two guys.
Yeah, and then he gets paid $200 million, and so does Clayton Kershaw or something like that. Anyway, this other guy that I saw in news, I don't give a shit about, but I wanted to bring it up. Martellus Bennett says that he's going to retire after the season.
I'm kind of sad.
I could not give a shit less.
I want to see more clips of him in training camp, like slamming people by the neck. That's what I think.
Oh, right.
Where I think he shines. Like, so he should just come to training camp every year and terrorize a rookie by like. Have you seen the video?
Oh yeah.
Of this guy like slamming a dude by the throat. So I guess a cornerback is a little overzealous and like tackles him.
Oh, okay.
And he gets up, picks him up by the throat, and slams him. So I mean,
That would be good.
It's a classic clip, but I feel like he has to come back every year.
Just for that.
Yeah, just to do that.
And then probably like teach that to like
welcome
younger
kids
cats.
to the league. Give them that one. This is not college anymore.
Yeah, bitch.
And
then like every single time he slams him, he says fucking bitch.
And as he gets
Every
older,
time.
maybe it's just one of those like symposiums where he comes and everybody lines up, he slams you by the neck.
Oh shit!
All right, next
Like, that's
bitch.
kinda like-
They
That's a
teach you
cult.
about the media, they teach you about finances for all the rookies,
Oh,
and then
right,
at the end,
yeah, like
you line up and like
slam.
graduation, he slams you. That'll teach you about the toughness it takes to be part of this league and how to respect veterans, which is the most important lesson.
True. And don't
I like that.
and don't call coaches by coach. You just call
Are
them
you
by their
recording
first name.
this? We need to
Yeah,
trademark
it's
this. You are
documented.
recording?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
documented.
Good.
It's documented. But yeah, let's do that. I think
You're
we should.
welcome, Martellus.
He's gonna keep that income coming.
And this
once he
real
retires.
quick thing I wanted to bring up. What can you guys name any two teams that you would just say, hey, you guys have done okay. Let's just cut our ties. You go this way, we'll go that way, and you guys are no longer.
Only really, obviously, the Browns are the easiest because they don't ever do anything right. They couldn't even call the office
the
to
trade
make a
deadline.
trade.
Right, everybody's like, oh, you know what they probably did? They probably already switched their clocks. Like they already switched it back. Like, you know what I mean? They're like,
That's exactly.
they're like,
it.
wasn't it October 29th
They
or
had an extra
27th?
week,
No,
yeah.
it's fucking November 3rd.
They would have been. They would have been like 55 minutes early.
That's what I'm saying. And then they're like, Cliff, the fucking janitor changed all the fucking clocks. Fucking
They
Cliff.
can't even hire good janitors.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Jesus.
everybody. He's probably the one. He's probably the one that started the dumpster
They're a
fire.
shitty franchise.
They have shit, and they could have gotten Bob, but no, they passed on Bob. They
That
got
could have
Cliff.
happened to them. Why in the world were they going to give up anything
would you
for
get-
AJ McCarron?
AJ McCarron sucks. Did you see how many
They
picks he
have
threw?
3 quarterbacks that are
I think
that are
he's
AJ
the
McCarron.
perfect fit for that mediocre quarterback the Browns love so much.
Oh
They don't
yeah,
Right.
even like mediocre quarterbacks. They're just terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
All terrible quarterbacks.
Do you think it's so?
the last
do you
good
think it's
quarterback that was what? Derek Anderson.
No.
Well, I mean, he was.
I mean, he's good at
Bernie
anywhere else.
Kosar.
Yeah, Bernie Kosar.
Derek
wanna
Anderson
go
took him to the playoffs though. That's what I'm saying. The last time they went to the playoffs.
What year
and
was
was
that?
he good? You know, like that's the thing. That's as good as they had, and it was even good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, this
So
is
what-
terrible.
Quarterbacks.
Oh, good in their eyes.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
As a
Yeah,
Browns fan, Derek
yeah.
Anderson's like way up
Yeah,
there.
that's like
Just like Texans
Cowboys with
fans-
Romo and stuff like that.
Texans fans like Matt Schaub's like the GOAT
Right.
until Deshaun Watson came
Right,
along because
okay.
they had
You
nobody
think it's
else.
the Browns or the quarterbacks? Is it the chicken or the egg?
It's
Yeah, true.
right. It's both. That's why I
Yeah,
just
it's-
fucking bye. See you
Yeah.
later.
Like, are they always going to get eggs?
Let us keep Josh Gordon, and you guys can keep your salaries. Bye.
I am talking shit, but the Dolphins haven't like really lit the world on fire with quarterbacks.
How did they get 4 wins? That's crazy, man.
It's a little bit of luck and miracles.
It's Vincent
combined.
Taylor. Vincent Taylor.
Yeah, the
That's your defensive
defensive
tackle.
Yeah,
He went to the high school that I used to teach at.
it makes total sense.
That's why.
Sometimes it's the
San
unknown
Antonio
factor
kids.
that really
It's
kind
like
of is.
He blocked. He blocked an
He's the
extra point or
cog in the
something.
machine.
That's exactly right.
He is the one who blocked the
Yeah.
extra point. Good job for that guy.
For OK State, he
Yeah.
blocked 3 against UT in the same game.
How's his arm? Because we're really.
Someone needs to ice that shit bad. We need him to block more
At this
kicks.
point, Jay Cutler's coming back, and I never thought I'd be thrilled to say that, but yes,
Oh
we're
my
getting him
gosh.
back.
I like Matt Moore over fucking
Yeah,
Jay
but
Cutler.
he did. I mean, he did get burned 40-0 last week, and did show he was a backup quarterback.
I don't even think he's backup, right? Like he's like third string.
He is third string technically, right? Ryan Tannehill, and then they bring up. So we're on a third quarterback, and we still have a winning record. And
That's
so
pretty
fucking
impressive.
crazy. But you know what sucks?
with
Like
the last ranked offense in the league, how are we winning
you
games?
score 14
I
points.
equate it to like my fantasy wins. My team doesn't make sense statistically,
But you're
somehow
fucking
I am
number
on
one,
the winning end of this
right?
thing.
You're like number 3.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. I've swapped out everybody I draft. Ed. Full word.
We'll cut out that little.
No, I meant that. I just wanted to accentuate the ed.
Draft edge. But yeah, no, that is a good one. And the only thing that sucks about like Miami's situation and Tampa's situation is that they have to go fucking 17 straight weeks. With
Yeah, but Tampa won a Super Bowl like in my lifetime.
Nah, that's true.
You know, so they're just, whatever. I don't care what happens to them.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like teams like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's just say a team like that. So Miami. So I would have to go with Cleveland, and then I don't know. It's just kind of.
I think you need
coin flip.
Cleveland's in this world.
Or like,
There is no New England if there is no Cleveland, right? There's a high and a low. You gotta get somebody in the.
And that's like literal too, because Bill Belichick was coach of the Browns
Yeah,
before he was coach of the Patriots.
That's true.
So
full circle.
yeah,
Okay, well then you know what? Scratch that.
Maybe that's a Belichick curse. Maybe when he leaves
I think we
the.
should add a few.
I think
teams.
you can get rid of like the Chargers. I don't care about Phillip Rivers.
Right.
Instead of relocating them, just be like, sorry.
Yeah, you guys are done.
They kind of already did that,
Pack
right?
it up. Yeah.
Or don't they do the same thing in the office where they just like cut off their paychecks? They just fucking, right? They're just we just fixed Milton's fucking paycheck. We fixed his
They
glitch.
just
we
fix the
stopped paying
glitch.
him years
Just stick
ago.
them in a stadium. Nobody will even know they're there.
Exactly. Or they'll just start showing up and they'll think they're the fucking trainers or something like that, or college kids. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Fucking good idea, man.
I mean, but if they were playing in the tennis stadium around here, I mean, I think I would fill it up just to go see an NFL game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really?
Well, to go see
they
the other
really
teams.
mispicked a spot where people were just like, hell no, I'm not even gonna go fill up Lipton Stadium or whatever that is. GoDaddy.com.
What isn't it something silly like that? Oh, Step Up.
No, it's something better, like Pornhub.com or some stadium. They're something
Pornhub,
like,
I like it.
yeah, that's my guess.
What do you think about?
I feel like they have enough money to sponsor a
I'm
stadium.
sure they do. My dad.
Real quick, can each one of you name me 2 MVPs so far, fantasy MVPs?
I would go with mine would be Carson Wentz for quarterback. And
Yeah, he picked him up off the waiver.
Yeah, I know.
Pablo did.
I'm trying to think of somebody else in that same kind of ballpark that would be actually just to toot my own horn. I'll go with Gurley.
Okay, Todd Gurley and Carson Wentz. Cool.
I forgot what players exist, so I have to grab my phone.
He's all. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, then it's to you, Mr. Mario.
Your quarterback or running back?
Hey, any two.
MVP. Yeah, MVP.
I think. I think you could. I mean, Kareem Hunt's had a rough time lately, but
Right? I mean, don't you see like you can't sustain that?
yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
You should probably though if you have Kareem Hunt on your team, you're
still doing well, right?
Yeah, you probably
You're doing
2
okay,
games over
but-
500.
You didn't have to take him in the first round, so I think
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt for me is one, and then number 2 I'll go with Zeke Elliott, because if you got Zeke Elliott, I mean I know he just got suspended, but as of right now,
Give him a
like
minute.
you probably stole him, for way less
End
than
of the
he's
second
worth.
round, start of the third round.
Right, so those would be my 2 guys, just because you didn't have to pay what they were worth,
Kind of.
and they've both been crushing. Well, especially Zeke
Especially
lately.
Zeke.
He really has, man. These last like 3-4 games,
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, I think it's got to be like running backs, right? Because this year, if you have strong running backs,
Yeah.
you're actually
You're solid.
The strategy I saw shift in fantasy to go to
Everybody
wide
draft
receivers
wide
early,
receivers.
and I saw it in all my drafts. Everybody wide receivers early. That's how I won a couple of championships. I was doing that when everybody was taking running backs. It seems like the tides have turned, and if you have strong running backs, where I'm doing the best in my leagues are LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, Wendell Smallwood. The other
He
dudes,
did
Devontae
you
Freeman.
good. Yeah, he's all right.
He's been a stud this year. Like all of them combined, have done a really good job for me. I say my MVP this year. I want to say T.Y. Hilton because he went to my college, but he's been the biggest dud ever.
You can get.
It's got to be Carson Wentz, right? Like
I
he's
think
just
so,
put
man.
stud games up, and then I have to pick a second one.
I mean, you can just do double on Wentz if you.
Tight end Travis Kelce has been solid every week for me. He has a couple down games, but for the most part, he's putting up big points when he's scoring. Unsung hero, Mr. Nelford Aguilar.
That's true, man.
Nellium.
Especially if you have him as your.
Nellium has done a solid job.
I have no idea what this is.
That's a little theme music.
That's our segment called
Yeah.
Flash Answers with Matt. Matt, Neil Aguilar, go.
That's impressive right there.
Dude, that was awesome. Okay, and also,
Wow, you guys are
Soccer's
professional. You
coming
have
on.
like theme music and
hell yeah.
Now there's soccer.
I think maybe we're overlooking.
I'm gonna go Deshaun.
I was gonna say because
I'm gonna go Deshaun Watson. Obviously,
like you have to overlook him. That's his MO. You overlook him in the draft, you overlook him in fantasy, and then you
I'm
look
gonna
up
go-
and you say, "Holy shit!"
no, I'm gonna
guy's
go
pretty good.
Deshaun Kaiser. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Could that would be Deshaun.
Oh, Deshaun. That is right. Deshaun's.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah, and then as far as running back, man, I mean, the one who I was surprised about, I would have to probably go with Gurley or Fournette, just because.
Fournette too, yeah.
Either
Fournette, yeah. Good call.
Because, I mean, you have to look at the situation because they picked up T.J. Yeldon a couple years ago, and this guy was supposed to be a damn stud. He didn't do shit, and then that's why I was like, oh, Fournette's coming. I'm gonna stand far away from him as possible. He was there in the 3rd round or 4th round, whatever he was taken, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go past him. But this dude, if you can run with this offensive line and still like annihilate other teams and run people over like a fucking tractor, I mean,
I think
dude,
the,
you got
I think
my
the
vote
fact
all
that their
day, dude.
defense has been so good helps too. You know, it keeps they get shorter fields with turnovers,
Right.
And they're not down by 35 points like most years, so they're able to actually give their running back the ball 20 times a game. Because even the game before their bye, when Fournette was out, I think Yeldon had like 150 yards or close to it. So I mean, don't get me wrong, Fournette's been awesome, and a lot of it is him. But I think just overall, their team getting a little bit better and maybe a little bit more balanced helps
everybody
that
getting to know each other.
spot.
Well, and also,
it also helps when your fantasy defense puts up 17,
Exactly,
26,
every
10, 14, 29. Like
That's what I was
that's
gonna
a
say.
solid. I have them in one of my leagues, and those dudes were a solid waiver wire pickup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
picked him up and then dropped
and then
him.
you dropped him, and then I picked him up 2 days later, and I was like, sweet. I don't know why this guy dropped
So
him.
yeah, our instant trigger in our league is like I'll drop a guy and pick him up 45 different times back and forth.
It's pretty fun, man.
I'm like, no, yes, no, and then I read a story, then I read another story. I'm like, oh my god, it's like 1 in the morning. What am I doing?
And then
Wendell
I
Smallwood is gonna be cut.
I get stuck on somebody. I'm like, I can't drop him. I can't do it. And then I'm thinking like, nobody else in the league gives a shit about this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like so worried about, if I drop him,
I'm like that every day when I'm sitting on the shitter. Every time. Every day. Hey, well, I'm being serious. Quick dud, fantasy dud, real quick.
that would be for me. I'll let someone else go first. Go.
I can give you
Pablo,
one.
go.
A guy who every year manages to severely underperform, and no reason why he's on my team every year is
I can say it.
who is
Say
it?
it. Is it Marshawn?
No, not
no.
Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, that was close.
His name escapes me at the moment. He's awful. I don't even want to bring it up at this point until I recheck my team to tell you who that guy is. Isaiah Crowell.
Oh, man.
Isaiah Crowell
I drafted him.
stinks. He'll put up one 30-point game every year, 30 fantasy
And
points.
then
I
you'll
don't care
get
what he
mad
does,
at
like in real
yourself that
life.
you didn't start him.
Right.
And like say, oh, I knew it. I
Yeah.
knew he was going to do that. But no, you didn't know that. No one knows that.
But I guess he's always been a dud, so he's not like a disappointment. Who's your disappointment? T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, love the guy, but he has no
Bad
quarterback.
situation, man.
It's frustrating when you that's a fantasy lesson. Never get a great receiver when there's no quarterback.
Yeah.
That was Hopkins, honestly. Yeah, Hopkins fell this year. He could be another MVP, honest.
Oh, yeah,
Hopkins is a
easily.
really good MVP candidate. He fell in drafts because people are like, we don't trust anybody that's going to throw it to him.
I picked
now
this-
that Watson's legit, Hopkins has just gone fucking crazy.
I picked Deshaun so that way I can pick Hopkins and Fuller at the same time. Because Fuller is a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, Fuller has been good. I guess mine,
Will Fuller V?
Yeah.
Yeah, V. I have two. One is Jay Ajayi because he was drafted so high.
Yeah,
and he
no
just
shit, dude.
Solid.
And of course,
First round.
Yeah.
and we can of course cut out the guys that got injured because you can't predict that.
Yeah, I'm not
but
counting
my
that.
other one, and I think the biggest one to me because he was probably the 4th quarterback taken, is Matt Ryan. He's just bad.
That's
Fancy.
right. My dud is Julio Jones.
Yeah,
That's what I was
what it is,
That's
man.
what I was going to
That's-
And the impressive thing is Freeman's held his value and been good.
Yeah.
But that passing game has been shitty.
Isn't this the time of year when somebody comes on, somebody whose name should have come on and hasn't come on all year, all of a sudden they turn it on? If I had like 2 candidates for people who could do that,
Julio Jones,
I go Julio Jones and Matt Ryan.
Or Demaryius
Right.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Demaryius Thomas has been a shithole.
Now that Osweiler's going to just chuck it.
You know what? He might turn it up, man.
No, I think Julio Jones, Julio Jones is still going to finish as like the 5th highest wide receiver because he's going to have like 3 straight 200-yard games. And something ridiculous.
There's a time where people tend to switch it up.
I wanted to go simple and just do like Amari Cooper, but that's kind of...
Oh, he's actually been turning it on the past couple weeks, right? Like, well, he had 45 yards last week and then like a million the
but
week
it was
before.
just that one game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to go Julio Jones, but...
All I need is one game.
But,
one game.
But Cooper. I'd have to go Cooper just because that dude was an early second round. If you want to get ballsy in a 14-team league or something like that, you'd pick him in the first round.
How about
easily.
Derek Carr broke his neck and is playing this week. Like, he broke... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My head fell off. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, and my back broke as well. My 14th vertebrae or whatever the fuck it's called.
Crap.
Yeah, and he's still playing. Wow. Anyway, all right. Real quick, my step-up things that I wanted to do one more time. I want Osweiler to tear it up just because I think he needs to... He has a lot of people to... a lot of doubters, including myself, and I'm pretty sure everybody here at this table.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, everybody hates him. I mean, I hate him, but I want to. Yeah. But like I said, I like when I hate people and then they fucking prove me wrong. So I'm hoping that he does something. I need Jay Ajayi to do something.
So what's the status on that? Is he gonna play? I mean, is he gonna get?
He's a running back. You just give him the ball, go there.
That, I mean,
see that line? Go
seems
cross
like
it.
An easy position to fit into.
The only one that's not easy is
quarterback,
wide receiver, and quarterback.
So is it,
I read today that LeGarrette Blount's still a starter, but I wouldn't see that lasting very long.
And Ajayi's going to be active and play.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get the job very quick.
Marshawn Lynch, I need him to stop fucking around and eat Skittles. I mean, you came back, man. You got to make a stand. Like, say, you know what, I was off for that whole year just to fuck around.
Hey, I got him.
Yeah, and I need you to step up.
Somebody dropped him the other day. So
yeah, I did.
All right.
I did.
Yeah. But I still
he's starting for me this week.
But I still want him to step up, man. I mean, just to prove me wrong, like I said. Cam Newton, someone that I picked up. I need him to fucking step up and stop playing like a... Well, it's going to be very difficult for him. I need him to prove his worth, even without his...
See, I don't know.
Top tight ends and top... Well, not a top wide receiver, but top 40.
I mean, isn't it time for them just to say, all right, Christian McCaffrey, you're now a slot wide receiver?
Yeah, stop fucking around.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not running back anymore. You're a receiver.
He has like 47 catches, 48 catches.
So what's the point?
He has more catches than wide receivers.
I mean, use him in a spot where he can actually do some good. I don't know. That's just me, though.
I think he has 49 yards to date in rushing, like in 8 games.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even giving him the ball anymore to run as a running back.
Yeah, it's terrible. And Matt Ryan, of course, just because it's pretty fucking annoying. You were an MVP last year and can't even crack the top 20 quarterbacks. Do you have any waivers or streams or anything, Mario, Matt, Pablo?
I picked up a dude on waivers. I didn't know his name, but he was like, people were taking him other places. And then he got like 20 points.
The ads.
What's that?
You look at the ads?
No. Just, yeah, maybe. I don't know how. Just like, it was the highest like recommended player. So I just picked him up, and then he put up 20 points. So it's Marshawn Lynch's backup.
Jalen Richard.
He went off.
It's Richard.
Washington. I think Washington got more points.
Oh, was it Washington?
Yeah, I had Washington.
Because he scored the touchdown.
It was on my bench. Yeah. He had like 20-something points.
He had a couple catches and a touchdown there.
But who do you recommend for Week 9?
Week 9.
Marshawn Lynch is back, so that dude's not going to matter anymore.
Yeah.
Or
so
maybe
I'm starting
will.
Marshawn Lynch in one of my leagues. I got
I mean, I think you got to go, Damian Williams? Who's going to start for Miami at running back?
I guess it's the other dude. What's his face?
Drake?
Yeah. Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he's the comment on us. That guy.
Maybe Russell Shepard from Carolina might be a decent pickup.
Oh, the wide receiver?
The wide receiver, yeah.
Because now Devin Funches is the number one.
Right.
Like, that's not confident. I'm not confident in that at all.
I mean, I'm not confident in any part of that, but they're playing the Falcons. Falcons are meh on defense,
right.
So maybe you get something there, but...
So they can get exposed.
Right, but I mean, I don't think he'd be very highly owned.
What do you think about Jacoby Brissett?
Who are they playing? Houston?
Dude, did you see how fucking easily Russell Wilson was throwing balls?
Yeah, but there's a big difference between Russell Wilson and Jacoby Brissett.
This guy used to play behind.
I mean, that's like
guy used to play
that's
behind
like if
Tom
you're-
Brady.
That's like if you're like, okay, that's like if you're like, oh man, you see how Aaron Rodgers killed the Broncos, and then you're like, so I'm going to start Brian Hoyer this week. It's not really the same league. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
But he's pretty inexpensive, and
I like T.Y. Hilton this week.
Really?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, I
Brissett's
like
gonna.
Yeah,
do something?
that's
I do like T.Y.
That's what
Hilton.
I know, but
He's
who's going to throw
complaining.
him the ball?
He was part of the trade rumors.
Okay, so see, and that was kind of my thing last week. I said whoever complains, whoever talks shit, balls out the next week. Mixon, he got like 12 points, which isn't terrible.
He had it all in one play. But, I mean, I guess I could see Brissett having a good game because I like T.Y. Hilton this week. So, then, yeah, I mean, I guess I would agree with you just because I think T.Y.'s got a really good matchup. The Texans' cornerbacks aren't very good. And T.Y. Hilton hasn't had very good matchups. I think he had one really good matchup one week, and he crushed like week 2 or 3 or something like that. But, yeah, I like his matchup this week. So I guess I'd get behind you with Brissett. Because he's got to throw them the ball, right?
Plus, and it's going to be a fucking shootout.
Yeah.
I mean, Indy is not going to be leading whatsoever.
No, not at all.
So
Hey, what about Day Westbrook?
it's Didi.
It's your boy.
Yeah, that's Alex's sleeper.
That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my sleeper right there.
I just see like he has a little arrow, like people are adding him now. I'm reading about him, and he's the most exciting player I've ever seen.
Yep.
These little
plays-
ads hype you up, like, oh, he's
he
coming back from injury. He only has
plays with,
3 points this year, but I've been added by 99% of people who don't even play fantasy football. Like, this is the must-have player of the century. I don't even know how to say his name, and I have to have him now.
Hey, Day-Day's probably a better name.
What is he doing? Where he plays for Jacksonville?
He's going to play Jacksonville,
And
but he's going to play third. He's gonna
Is
play
he a
that
rookie?
slot. Yeah.
He's a rookie.
He's from Oklahoma.
Oh, he was a good there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Mayfield's. I'm just kidding. Baker Mayfield's number one wide receiver, his go-to. So, Jared Goff is another guy. If you're hurting for a squirting, there you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Who's he playing?
Jared Goff is playing. Who are they playing? Oh, they're playing Giants.
Giants. Oh, so yeah.
So they're very what do you call exposable? Is that
Exploitable?
exploitable? That's probably a better. You can exploit them better.
Yeah.
That's a better word to
I
use.
think Matt's boy goes off this week.
Oh, Gurley. Oh, Gurley. Yeah, he'll go off. And then I wrote this little name, Vernon Davis, if you're looking for a tight end, because Jordan Reed's not going to be playing because he got hurt. And then I put this little Washington TE, like I do little like hyphens of their names.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, it says waste.
I didn't know what waste
Wait,
meant.
I was like, wait, what does that mean?
It's a Washington tight end. That's what I wrote, but it looks like it's a waste. So it's basically telling me
That's
it's a waste of time. So do not pick
playing.
Vernon Davis.
Playing
It's a
Seahawks.
waste of time because he's playing against Seattle.
Yeah.
But Seattle's not very good against tight end. But what was that? What's the face?
They're on my little metric here. They're in the number 1 team in the league against tight ends.
Are you really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, like I said, they're a waste of time.
Yeah, I think
To pick
you're right.
Vernon Davis.
I think you pick him up and maybe play him next week or something because they
Yeah.
play Dallas, and Dallas is really bad against tight ends.
Yeah. So
I mean,
don't play Vernon Davis.
Every now and then, that stat like comes back to bite you. It's like the number one, and all of a sudden they give up like 1,000 yards to like some player. Like, and it happens to be like the
And the
time
la-
you decide to like play coach and like sit your guy because like, oh, I'm playing the matchups, and then the guy you should have played because it was the name always outscores like the.
That's what I'm because like the last 2 seasons,
It's tough. It's
Seattle hasn't been like awesome against tight end. So
well, last year they weren't very good, but remember they lost Earl Thomas midseason.
Right. But anyway, okay. And then this other guy, Davis, Tennessee wide receiver. I don't care. Guys, you want to drop Smallwood because
Yeah, I agree.
Jay Jahi's now playing in Philadelphia. Matt, are you okay? I think I'm losing him.
Yeah,
Good, man.
He's tapping out.
And you got to do the rest of the stuff. Oh, your moment's coming
My
up.
next-
yeah.
He's getting
He's getting he's stretching. You don't want to pull a hammy, Matt. He does not want to pull a hammy.
chug a 5-hour energy.
Terrell Pryor, do you guys agree to drop that dude?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
you
said-
dropped him last week.
I said last week. Yeah, he's
Fuck
done.
all of y'all.
He's dead to me.
You're gonna stay with it?
No.
Pablo.
But I'm still mad.
Terrell Pryor?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right. So Terrell Pryor, drop a dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's done. He should have gotten traded. I would have helped him out a little bit.
But who are they gonna get?
Oh yeah, they're not gonna get anything. Like a 7th round, maybe a 4th round pick. He's got the same value
4th round pick.
as Jahi.
All right, guys.
He's like,
been a great evening. And, I'd like to thank
Fuck these
everybody for coming out. Subscribe by hitting the subscribe button on the corner.
Drop Seaman, Trevor Seaman. You can drop him.
Drop the semen.
Drop the Seaman. Also drop the Fowler because Emmanuel Sanders should be. Benny Fowler.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he did good that like one game or two games, and then he just sucks balls. I'm even saying Ty Montgomery. Like,
yeah,
I'm not
that
even
sucks too.
If you need a spot, you do it, but yeah, it's sad.
right?
Yeah, that one hurts. I think he'd still be relevant if Aaron Rodgers was still around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He catches 6 passes a game.
Everybody would be relevant.
Do you guys ever pick up
That's
like
true.
backup running backs, assuming there's going to be an injury?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
All the time. I have Derrick Henry on
That
my
was-
roster. Right?
That's what I
thought that's the
It's like when
game.
you see a Ty Montgomery dangling there, like, oh, one wrong step.
I played. No, that's what I did with who was the other guy? Williams or something? Their original backup.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Jawan Williams, yeah.
Jawan Williams. I picked him up the week that Montgomery got hurt, thinking I'm like he's playing on 92% of snaps. I'm like he's gonna get hurt, and so I picked him up. Perfect. Alex texts me like, "Oh, Ty Montgomery got hurt." I'm like, "Awesome." And then I'm like, "Oh, so is so and so playing?" He's like, "No, that their other guy got hurt too." Like, what the hell? And then Jones comes in and gets the job. I'm like, so pissed.
That was fucking
I had a
awesome.
plan
Hey,
perfect.
dude, but that was
was
pretty
ready for
close. That was pretty close.
Ready for
I
it.
have Darren McFadden for like 3 weeks now on my roster.
Yeah.
Just
I've
in
had
case.
Alfred
you
Morris
just
come and go. Like a friendly visitor. Every now and then I'll let him in. He's on the team, hangs out with the homies.
Like,
he's out. He's got other places to
he's
be,
like-
other teams to join. And then I'll see him on the rebound.
Yeah, he'll be there at some point.
Yeah. He's like that friend you had like in like 8th grade. They just see every now and then you hang out at a bar once in a blue moon.
Yeah, right.
Don't give it touch, but every now and then. But then he's on his merry way.
I hate 8th graders.
So, yeah.
Murray, want to do IR, guys?
8th graders. Yeah, let's see. Charles Clay. Yeah, he's done.
You don't want to play him?
He's coming off. Or?
And the
Yeah,
Big Ten, he's
I wouldn't
supposed
trust
to play.
him. Yeah, I mean, I would.
Well, now they're gonna have.
Is that what his
Kelvin
knees are
Benjamin.
made of now?
Yeah, because they got
Yeah, that's
Benjamin. They got Benjamin. They still got McCoy. I mean, Tyrod. He's not a guy who throws for like 300 yards.
Oh,
a week,
because
you know?
Tyrod was he throwing to him?
He was.
He was, right?
Yeah.
But he was their only target. I mean, they
thing
had
is that
Zay
Buffalo-
Jones
yeah.
and Jordan Matthews. I mean, who else you can throw the ball to?
In an offense that doesn't really feature the tight end as much as they should for Charles Clay I think could have had a much better career if you had like a
If
Drew
he stayed with-
Brees or some team where they feature the
That's
tight
true.
end.
That would've
But
been
Buffalo is
actually
a
a good
real
spot for him.
hard nose, get the tight end there to block, and I'm sure he has that skill too. He was a Dolphin.
He was
and
Dolphin,
he
yeah.
made some exciting catches when he was a Dolphin, then goes to Buffalo and really I can tell now I don't really watch games like so much back and forth. There are other teams. I watch the Dolphins, but I know what people do by fantasy, and I've tracked his fantasy stats for a while. It's never really been anything great, but had a lot of potential.
Well, I guess if you're hurting,
So if you
Yeah,
want
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, he's one of those guys. He's like still a borderline.
I mean, he's like a top
number
12.
10 to 12.
10.
type.
if you're looking for a good comeback story,
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you don't have Hunter Henry, the GOAT, on your team, then yeah.
Oh man, so, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do this week. He's on a bye. That's what I was
Just
talking
take the
about.
L. Just take the L, dude.
I know, just take that zero.
Just leave
and
it.
move on.
Just leave it.
Denny Woodhead coming back. Yeah, I like him actually. in
I like
Baltimore.
PPR, dude. That's a
Yeah.
PPR dream right
already
there.
on my team.
I know. I saw that.
Good job.
So,
Yeah.
Planning ahead.
No, I just saw a name pop up that hasn't popped up in a while. I'm like, yeah, that guy good looks good. Check in an hour. He may not be on my team, guys.
Oh, like you already dropped him?
No,
You're like Alfred Morris is out there.
yeah.
Ooh, and I like this next one for the playoffs here, Greg Olsen. If you're in a playoff position, you get Greg Olsen on your team.
Yeah,
Especially
I'm
with
not.
Benjamin.
I'm not
gone.
in a playoff. Oh,
No, Alex's team is so set up for the playoffs, but he's like 2 wins out of the playoffs right now. But it's like if he sneaks in, he's gonna do some damage because he has all these guys come. Oh, oh no, you ended up cutting David Johnson because they said
he's not
they
gonna.
said
He's not
coming
gonna
back,
play anymore.
but
David Johnson.
He had all these guys that were like, man, if they came back playoff time, he is going to destroy.
I was gonna fucking
I
look shit
picked the
up.
team of the future.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
Oh, if we
I'm
were a
starting
keeper
a
league,
dynasty.
we were doing a keeper league, he'd be solid.
Oh yeah, easily. But no, that's not how it works for me. Streaming defenses, right quick.
Oh, good. I need this advice. I'm actually on the pick up a defense page while my Vikings
I'm
are on
gonna
a
beat
bye.
him to it.
Dude, I'm
No, I'm on a different league.
okay. Well, I'm
So-
gonna start from the highest owned to the lowest owned.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna go Green Bay, 30% owned, playing at home versus Detroit.
Highest projected fantasy points on my CBS suggested defenses of the week.
Oh
roster.
really?
Yes.
Oh shit! Look at that,
So-
man. I'm
Is Green
I'm
Bay?
good.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Nice.
They're going against Detroit on Monday night, 7:30 p.m.
Hey,
Oh, that's always nice to have that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
you
love
can
doing those.
You can do the dick move if you're up and you're winning, you can just not.
Yeah,
play
just cut them or just take them.
Or-
Or put
Owned
'em
in
on the bench.
20% of leagues, but only 8% are starting. This could be our fantasy sleeper defense of the week.
I would, if I was hurting for defense, I have Jaguars, so I'm.
Well, look at the other options, and I think it's interesting to go through. You got Titans, Raiders.
I have them on mine, and I have them on mine as well.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, guys? If you had to pick
Oh.
up those top threes,
Green Bay.
I like Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right. If I don't do
You
well,
got to pick them up.
yeah.
Oakland, they're owned 25% in Yahoo leagues. They're playing against Miami, and Miami's kind of just like Pablo, earmuff it. Just kind of a shitstorm right now, man.
Do they give up a lot of points to the opposing defense? So I feel like they're just
Only
super
last
safe.
week.
Do
Only
they-
last week.
I just feel like they don't make a whole lot of big mistakes, so that's what keeps them in games. You know, so it's like I don't feel like I'd rather have a team that's gonna like just be in a shootout and throw 2 pick sixes.
And to have
To get those
an
touchdowns.
attempt to
'Cause
get some
you
sacks and
that's when you're
fumbles
really
and stuff
getting
like
the
that.
points. It's not keeping a team. You know, it's not really getting the win. It's getting a lot of fantasy
Right.
points.
Okay, well then don't take Oakland. Tennessee versus Baltimore. Those guys are kind of their offense is kind of the only guy you got to worry about now is Alex Collins.
Well, and also Joe Flacco is still like on the ground.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he still asleep?
I don't know. That was the
And he'll
nastiest
still start.
hit.
He'll still
Yeah.
start next week.
Yeah.
You ever see the meme that came out and he just raised
Yeah,
his finger
yeah.
like check please?
That was fucking.
Oh my
dude, that was
goodness.
the dirtiest hit. What was
How do
it?
heads stay on in life?
Dude,
like-
I don't think it did.
That was
Those necks, man. Got to think the necks.
yeah, good old necks.
His eyes were crossed, and
this segment is sponsored by Nex, keeping your head on since like the 1900s.
this show's sponsored a lot. I love it. And if you want to, and then this is mostly just for like, if you're in those deep leagues, like 16-team leagues,
Or you're
something
really
like that.
bored.
or if you're really bored, or if you're playing like a DraftKings or something. San Francisco's out there, man, to play against Arizona. I mean, you got fucking Drew Stanton manning the pigskin for the Cardinals of Arizona. So fuck those guys. But I mean, these guys are probably like what, $2,500, $2,400, some shit like that on DraftKings. So
3,200 actually.
3,200?
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
They saw Drew Stanton and were like, oh, up their price. Can't have them bargain basement.
If you put them as the lowest, they will be like 80% owned.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. So they're 2% owned in Yahoo League. So if you're looking for, and again, this is just for streaming defenses. But all right, Matt. The table
So what
is
is this
yours.
going to be called?
Oh, this is called Matt's Moment.
That's moment. So each week I'll come up with something different. Last week I went through.
Matt's moment. Matt's moment. Matt's moment. Boom, dum, 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 Matt's moment.
We're doing like a mashup.
We need to record this. His little, Pablo's little Matt's moment thing needs to be recorded.
It is. It's all being.
It was recorded.
They're
That was
recording this?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's a podcast.
I just thought we were just chatting. So this week I had this ready last week as well, but we went a little long with going and picking on who was the MVPs and the duds so far this
right,
season.
sorry.
That was fun though.
It was great.
No, last week when we did.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. That was good. So this week I kind of just went through, and since it's pretty much every team's played 8 games, pretty much. Some have played 7, most have played 8. I just went through and said which teams are the real deal, which teams are right there at the edge of being, in contention, and some other teams that are. It's kind of like they could go off and they could go the wrong direction. So of course in the AFC we have the 3 teams are 6-2. We have the Patriots, we have the Steelers, and we have the Chiefs. I don't think any of those are a huge surprise to anybody. The NFC, we have one team that's 7-1, which is the Eagles,
That's
which
crazy.
is just crazy. And then the Vikings are 6-2, which also is impressive to me just with their quarterback situation. The teams that are on the edge, these teams are all 5-2. In the AFC, we have the Bills, which is surprising to me. And in the NFC, we have the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Rams. Which, again, the Rams is one of those teams that at the start of the year, I don't think anybody would have projected
No
them
one
to be
picked them
5-2.
for anything.
I projected them because I took their defense.
The
Oh,
Rams.
really?
Yeah.
And now they're like number
I'm a
2
master
or 1.
projector.
You're a master projector at least one position every year. He's either
And Greg, the legs are like,
Yeah, exactly.
baby.
That's what I was
got
gonna
the
say.
staple on the Mendoza fantasy installment.
Legatron.
Legatron, yeah.
I like that.
And then we have these are the teams that are 4-3 or 4-4. The AFC, we have the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Titans, and the Jags. And I think it's crazy because I could see any of those teams going and making the playoffs,
It's
and then
amazing.
I could also see them losing their next 8 games.
Yeah, easily.
any of those 4 teams. And then in the
You
NFC,
you said Buffalo, right?
no, Buffalo's 5-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
they can easily.
Buffalo's
lose.
always 5-2 though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
They can
always
easily lose.
5-2.
find a way to-
They can
And
lose
they're
8
just
games
like
in a row.
whatever equates to a losing season badly.
Yeah, 8 games
Math
in a row.
wise.
And then the NFC, we got the Cowboys, the Packers, and the Falcons, which I was surprised that the Falcons are 4-4 or 4-3, whichever they are. Let's see, we got the
4-3.
Falcons are 4-3. That's still surprising to me because they just seem way worse than that right now.
Packers would have been 7-1 too.
Packers are tough. Packers are trending down, obviously. Cowboys are trending up, but they're going to be without Zeke for 6 weeks.
They actually
So
have
I'm
them
gonna-
going down now because they don't have Zeke.
Yeah, and so the teams that are leading the divisions, I don't think any of them are too shocking. We have the Patriots, the Steelers, the Titans, which the AFC South is pretty much open for anybody. The Titans, the Jags, and the Texans are all 1 game apart of each other. And then the AFC West, we have the Chiefs, who are pretty far ahead. The NFC East, which I always feel is like one of the best divisions in football, have the Eagles at 7-1, and then 4-3 Cowboys, 3-4 Redskins, and the 1-6 Giants.
That's terrible.
The Vikings are 6-2. They lucked out with the Green Bay losing Rodgers and Matthew Stafford being Matthew Stafford. And then you have NFC South with the Saints at 5-2 and the Panthers at 5-3. So that one's pretty close. And Falcons at 4-3. And then the Seahawks and Rams are tied in the NFC West at 5-2, which
Man,
pretty
that's
crazy.
good.
Yeah, the Seahawks have really jumped up. They've won 4 in a row now. They start off 1-2. They've won their last 4 games.
They always do that too.
They do, always do it.
This is it.
Saints have won 5 in a
NFL
row.
is scripted like wrestling, I think. Dolphins and Browns are mediocre. Dallas always has a chance.
You just don't want to be Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Saints
Oh,
started
shit.
out
Too
0-2.
soon? I said
Saints
Owen
started
Hart.
out 0-2.
What did he like?
And now they're
what
5-2.
happened? He's not with us any longer.
Yeah.
Oh,
He died in an actual ring.
shout out to the Hart brothers.
This one will be y'all's one little guessing game for today. Is I wrote down the teams the lowest scoring defenses, so the teams that have given up the least amount of points, and then the offenses that have scored the most points. And I wrote down the 2 defenses that have given up the least amount of points. They're both in the AFC, and I'll let each of y'all have a guess.
Huh?
Given up the least.
Sorry. Yeah.
Least amount of
What was that
points.
question again?
Which teams have given up the least amount of points, total points, defenses? They both come from the AFC.
The Dolphins have given up one of the least amounts of points, except for that 40 burger.
So we got a guess of the Dolphins.
Wait. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll change my guess.
You're changing it.
Is it right? Because if not, I'll change my guess.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Ravens,
Hold on.
Jacksonville.
Jacks.
AFC, hold on. Oh, it's all AFC. I just think of East. Sorry. There's a West and a Central and a Northern.
There's an AFC South.
So the Chiefs, hold on.
No, Chiefs are
Chiefs are
and-
AFC.
Yeah, but Chiefs and Oakland they give up a ton. What's the score?
Well, it's 5-0 still, but they brought in Liriano and Davinsky in the 5th to get out of a bases loaded jam.
Oh, sweet. So they're already through. Oh, so Kershaw's out already?
No, Kershaw's pitching for the Dodgers still,
okay,
but they took out. They pitched like 4 pitchers already. So we had a guess of the Ravens, Jacksonville. You have a final guess?
I'll go
Pablo?
Dolphins. Yeah,
Dolphins.
Dolphins have really held their
Well,
ground to those scores
Dolphins
except for that last one.
Dolphins is wrong.
All right.
Actually,
That's always the answer.
Dolphins have given up 152 total points.
About Tree Fitty.
About 350. The team that's given up 115 points, the second least, is the Buffalo Bills.
That makes sense.
115 points, yeah.
I forgot about them. Like
And then-
most of America.
Yeah.
They're under snow most of the year.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars with 110
Saxonville.
points.
Damn.
110
Oh, yeah,
points.
I have those guys. They did good.
That's right.
And after
no one
that,
can
it
throw on
jumps
them.
up quite a bit. It goes up to like 131. I mean, there's like 3 touchdown difference.
Bal-
Were the
That's
Dolphins in the
Baltimore.
mix at all? No.
Dolphins,
I need to know for my
They're
sanity.
not good at all.
that
huh?
one, no, they're
There's
at
no hope.
152.
What about Baltimore?
They were like ranked close to something earlier.
The crazy thing, I actually highlighted the Dolphins because they've
You knew Pablo was
scored-
coming?
So they're 4-3, right? Winning record. They've given up 152 points total. They've scored 92 points total.
Yeah, hell
They
yeah.
were a minus 60
Seriously?
Total points minus 60, and they have a
You
win
gotta
record.
find a way to win. It's a 4 and a 3.
Yeah, so they're
I don't
like-
know about all that other stuff.
They're like, hey, we win the game, or we're like, fuck it, we'll get.
I don't care how many
Shit.
points we have.
Yeah,
as long
it's,
as we get
it's
the
all
W.
about the record.
Is the thing that most fans say on the surface, but deep down inside, an offenseless team is like a soulless body. Like it
Kind of
hurts
is,
to
man.
not
You got
have
no
offense.
bones.
It's
boring.
just like it is. It's just not even boring. It's just frustrating. Like when throwing the ball to the other team, he's running right routes. It looks like a bad
Routes
Adam
are
Sandler
funny.
movie. Like just people running everywhere, doing nothing except for. And it's comical
Zigging when you
to
should have
see the things that are going
It's all
on.
bullshit.
And then we have the two highest
Yeah.
scoring offenses, one from the AFC and one from the NFC.
Let me take a not guess.
Oh my god. Miami.
Highest scoring offenses. Well, the Patriots got to be up there, like
Yeah,
always.
Patriots or
You got a Patriots guess, or is that just a thought?
That's just out there, man. Just putting it out there in the universe.
KC maybe? Perhaps.
Spitballing some stuff
You
here.
got a KC guess.
All right, we're gonna.
Mario?
Man, I was gonna guess Kansas City, but I'll go. So that's AFC. I'll try NFC. I'll go MVP himself, Carson Wentz, right? The Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Philly
You know, I
guess.
could have gone.
Oh, NFC. I'm gonna go Philly. Guess.
So we went with Phillies and KC. I was gonna say KFC.
No. My American League guess is what's his face?
American.
Sean Kaiser and the Houston Astros,
Wait,
the Texans. Yeah,
Houston Astros Texans. That is perfect.
I mixed like 4 things, but you know what I meant. Right?
yeah, just
Houston Textros,
Sean
Textros,
Kaiser.
Textros is what they're called.
We'll go with. I think I'm running down Texans. I'm very confused. So
Texans
I actually wrote down 5s, and since we got some pretty good guesses, the 5th ranked is the Los Angeles Rams with 212 points.
Oh, what a jagoff.
Exactly. The 4th ranked is Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The 3rd ranked is Pablo's second guess is
Miami.
the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
Miami.
got 2 on the board,
Place
baby.
With 232 points is the Philadelphia Eagles, and leading the way
350 points.
with the K Hunt would be the Kansas City Chiefs.
The big cunt.
Good job, guys.
What's the difference between Chiefs and Eagles?
That would be 4 points. Two safeties.
Eagles have wings.
Two safeties.
crap.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, those are 2 safeties they got.
Or a blocked field goal.
And
And
also it's hard to tell
Real
because I mean some of these could be defensive touchdowns, return touchdowns and stuff. I didn't write any of that down. So that was just kind of an update, like a mid-season update. The real thing for Matt's moments this week is
You want to do the
take
Matt-
this.
Matt-
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, Pablo.
Okay.
Oh wait, you got to give him like a heads up. The heads up is be on your game. That's what you say. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt's moments, baby. You know what time it is for Matt and his moments all over your ears. Yeah, baby. These are Matt's moments. Oh, Matt's moments.
That is fucking
Dude, I'm gonna
awesome,
like edit that part
That
out
is
to play it
freaking
every
awesome.
single fucking time.
man. We only need you for 1 week though. Just so,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
I throw all these in here at once.
I
Please?
got you. I'll just set you guys up.
All right, so here we go.
And
We
then
got
just send you on your way. Just pat
2
your butt.
quarterbacks. They both played. Well, for this season, they both played 7 games. One of them has a
7 little
rating
chipmunks sitting
of
on a branch.
97.
On my uncle's ranch.
So I'm going to go through the first quarterback. A rating of 97. Completion percentage 63. Total yards 1569. Touchdowns 14. Interceptions 4. Sacks. Got sacked 9 times.
Julian Goffman.
Second quarterback. 7 games. Rating of 103. Completion percentage of 62. So
Write
62
these
to
down.
63.
Oh, I should probably watch it.
Yardage 1699. So 100 yards difference. 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but got sacked 19 times.
Oh, that's Deshaun.
That's the Watson.
That's Deshaun. Okay, that's B, right?
Watson.
Second B, quarterback B is who?
Deshaun.
Yeah,
Quarterback A
I'm
is
going
who?
with that one.
What did he have? Like 97 touchdowns and Tom Bradyton. Tom Bradyton, Florida.
And these are quarterback. And so Watson's a 22-year-old. The other quarterback is 24-year-old.
Okay.
Oh, Wentz.
So it's not Tom Brady. Wentz.
Wentz.
Yeah.
He has the 4 interceptions.
Make the ladies wince.
So with 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, sacked only 9 times, should be a pretty good giveaway. who doesn't get sacked very often because he has a very, very good offensive
Dak.
line. Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So these two quarterbacks, their stats are very, very similar. More touchdowns, but more picks for Watson. Quarterback rating for Dak's only 97 this year, but last year for the whole season was a 105. So right at Watson's at a 103 right now. So if you were starting a franchise right now, would you take Dak or Deshaun Watson?
Trick question. You take Deshaun in the first, and you take Dak in the fourth.
The 12 picks.
Yeah, and then you run a 2-quarterback system with 4 guards, 1 left tackle, and 1 wide receiver.
I really was going to say take Ryan Tannehill.
He's like, nope, we've already done
No,
that.
unfortunately, no one will say that. Like, not,
Not even you and your
I
fantasy.
believe in
line?
him. This is next year is his year. That's what it says on his jersey.
I'll take Dak.
I'm going to go with Dak just because he protects the ball more.
Yeah, I mean Watson's off to a
Too
really
early
good
on
start,
Watson.
but
We've
yeah.
all seen
Yeah.
this story before. Flash. Dak Prescott, I was waiting. You wait a little bit to see, and he still has that calmness, that confidence, that patience. He's very.
He still looks pretty calm.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all
You know
times.
what? At this point, the more sure thing is you know what you're going to get with Dak, and it's only a year and a half in, but he looks really solid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Dak. What about you, Matthew? Matthew's moments.
I mean, yeah, I guess
You're a Houston guy all the way, so you go Deshaun.
Yeah, I like Watson a whole lot.
Just because
I think-
you're thinking about finances, and you're like that he would bring in more of a crowd and a younger crowd. You know
No,
what
I
mean?
think he's a winner.
He
likes
scares
to just
me.
win.
He scares me because he reminds me of RG3
Yeah.
with the athleticism, and it's like if his athleticism goes away, how good will he actually be?
He looks a
I
little
just
more
think-
refined than his
I think he's
decision
more
making.
like.
And I haven't looked. I
think
haven't
he's
watched the
Michael
games.
Vick.
You know, I think it's like propaganda sometimes. You don't see all these games. You don't watch all those games. So what you see is the highlights. And some highlights are more exciting than others. But when you sit down and watch a game and you see a decision making, I think then you'll get a better assessment. Maybe the non-partisan Houston fan could give us a better, like, hey, listen, this guy looks good, but he still looks like a rookie. He looks like a flash in the pan, or maybe some more real. Dak, I think he's been on a national stage a lot, so I've seen a lot more of his work. He looks a lot more like a guy who can take you there.
Yeah, and then a good.
Get it for you and then bring you back.
I think. Yeah,
like an
I mean,
Uber
I'm all
driver
for Dak,
for
but I want to make a point for Deshaun. If you watch like the last 8-9 minutes of this last game against Seattle, like man, he looks.
Is that when they cut to another game?
No,
you know
no,
how that,
no,
no.
I
But I
didn't-
think that no, but I think the Seattle game is like it went national after. You know when they
Well,
cut to like a late game.
they were on CBS, and then Cowboys are on Fox. So I mean, I was able to switch through.
You know, sometimes when the game goes short and then they have a real competitive game they put on. I think they put the Seahawks
like,
on at that time.
exactly. But if you looked at that game, if you watched that game versus, I mean, that was pretty damn good, and it wasn't Deshaun's fault that they lost. I mean,
No, it was Russell Wilson's fault.
well, yeah, easily.
goodness.
That is fucking great.
I think too. I think these next 6 games. I mean, it really, if we come back after they've played 13 games, could have a better barometer because Dak's going to be with these next 6 without Zeke, and you know I think there's going to be a chance that they're down a little bit more, and he might have to throw the ball down the field a little bit, be more aggressive,
and then those interceptions are going to come.
or
Possibly.
not, or he just makes good throws and they're just more aggressive. But I think that seeing him without Zeke, I mean, he has Zeke, so it's not like, you know, that's who he has. You know, it's you can't change.
But he's
the
always
players
had
that they have.
Zeke.
Yeah, he's had him. But to see him without Zeke for these 6 weeks, and it's like for them to make the playoffs and have a chance this year, they're going to have to go 4-2 type of thing.
Zeke's been neutralized
big.
some games though, and this guy
Sure.
still put up some good numbers.
Yeah,
Or they play
managed
against
well.
Denver and Zeke gets neutralized and they get shellacked.
But Jason Witten had a good game.
yep, he really did. Anyway, but yeah, I'd go with Dak.
I just thought it was impressive. Those two Texas quarterbacks.
No, I mean that's a good
24,
that's a good
22.
point. I mean, it's kind of like a
Both could have
toss.
been on the Browns.
Oh, that is very fucking true, Mario. Good job, man. All right, I want to do what is this?
What state has the best quarterbacks?
Who versus who? This is my theme music for who.
Who versus who?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do it.
Who versus who? Who versus who? Who versus who? Who versus who?
It's really good, man.
Oh,
Good
man.
job for you.
Yeah.
Go around podcasts and make up their little music.
You're fucking awesome. Pablo, again, thanks for joining us. I hope he can come back.
Problem.
So see you
Is it
later.
over?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
just
see you
kidding.
guys.
We don't need you for the rest. No, I'm just kidding. Who versus who? This is a point where we try to get more into DraftKings instead of just season long. So kind of there's similar players out there, and with similar prices, we try to see who would we pick for the value, like who would have the bigger bang for the buck, basically.
Okay.
The first one I have on here is Smith's Alex versus Dak. I try to put the two teams going head to head, but sometimes you don't find good matchups. So I'll pick good running backs with decent, I guess, defenses they're going to play against.
All right. So I have some questions here. Right. Who's Dak playing and who's Alex playing? And then, like, what are we doing with them? Are we, like, for starting a franchise, or are we, like, head-to-head this week?
This is who we're going to play
This head-to-head
for
this week?
Yeah, for DraftKings.
Okay, I don't understand how that works. So
Just who's gonna score more
I'll pick
fantasy
you
points.
based on, like, random factors.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's who we think is going to score the most points based on DraftKings
Ooh,
pricing.
do we keep our picks and then look at them later to, like, evaluate?
We do that
talent?
for this other.
You do?
For this other thing.
Okay.
It's fun, man. All right. So who do you guys got?
I'm going with Dak because I feel like they're going to be down. Just kind of what I was saying earlier. I think that he's going to have to put up some fantasy numbers to beat the Chiefs. And I think he can do it. So I think that Dak will have more fantasy points this week.
And Dak is $6,700 and Alex Smith is $6,500. Both, I mean, not bad prices. I mean, usually they're up there in like the 7,000. Well, Dak is like more in the 7,000.
I mean, you know my rule. I don't play Alex Smith, so I'm going with
Right,
Dak.
you
Yeah,
don't- okay.
I hate Alex
All
Smith.
right, right now it looks like you're paying more per letter with Dak.
Right.
Right. So if you have 4 letters with Alex at $6,500, you seem to be, just getting a better bargain, better value. I'm going to go ahead with Alex.
But if you go with Dakota, his real name is Dakota. So what do you do in that point?
I go by the standard definition.
Oh, okay.
8 by, and
So
a half by
Alex,
11.
okay.
Legal.
So he's going Alex.
Because it might be
Script.
Alexander.
That's
Or Alejandro.
Alejandro. That's right. Alejandro. I like his. You made me.
long
You made me Arabic.
That was
and
short for
Mexican.
Alejandro. It's Arabic, Spanish.
Yeah, that's awesome. What
Cantonese.
happened? What's the score?
It's 5-1, but they just got out of another jam.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we
Baseball update.
Yep, that's right.
There's a gam happening, and they
Game
got out of
7
it.
of the World Series.
That's a
Dodgers down 5-1 in the
Well, let's-
6 innings.
Well, let's buzz right through this so we can get to some game watching. Dr. Mario.
All right, let's see. The next matchup you got is Deshaun Watson versus Indy, and he's 8,100, and Russ Wilson versus Washington, he's 7,300. Raw points. If you're just telling me who's going to score more points, I guess you could. I mean, you have to go Deshaun. Indy's 30th against the pass in the league, so
But do you
go there?
But do you look at that like they're going to be?
I
ahead?
go there, and I think
Is it dome or home?
They're playing at home in the dome.
I think
Deshaun is.
Watson
They
is
have a
going to
dome?
be super
Oh,
highly
yeah, the
owned
Reliance.
by all these guys because of his game he just had. So if I was playing on DraftKings, I would actually pick Wilson over him, take the savings, and try and spend up somewhere else.
The dog disagrees.
Yeah,
But,
he said no.
But yeah, so that's where I would stand.
Should you go Russell?
Yeah, if I was playing in a tournament on DraftKings, yeah.
Okay. Pablo.
Wilson.
All right. Mateo. Are you still watching the game?
I have this.
Oh, hold on. Ask me again. Wilson.
All right. Perfect.
I'm actually going to go with Deshaun Watson
Okay.
because I have him in my important league, and I hope he scores 60
So-
fantasy points.
Everybody else has Wilson. I can save that $800 and get a nice flex player. I'm thinking. Pablo, you want to do the next one?
Okay. We have Gurley Man versus Fournette. I'm not against or Fournette. Let's see here. Listen, $8,100 cost versus $8,400, and one is against the Giants and one against Cincinnati.
Who has the better run defense? Cincy, right?
I wrote it down earlier. Cincy has the 32nd defense in the league against the run.
This show has a lot of questions and answers. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
But that was a wrong page. They're actually number 10. So number 10 is Cincy, and the Giants are 24th against the run.
Oh, so we're going Gurley.
Yeah,
We're going Gurley, man.
I think that's the right play. Yeah.
I'm going
Although they're on
Gurley.
the road, so it's kind of like
Yeah, but they're also going to be
for
ahead.
Three touchdowns, but like 80 yards.
yeah, they're gonna
Oh, nice.
It's my guess.
that's a pretty good pick. I like that.
I like that. I'm going to write that down. 3 TDs and 80 yards.
82.
82 yards.
82.
I like that because it's Jason Witten's number.
83.
Anything I can
83
reference.
yards. 83 yards.
Terrence Williams' number. That's.
Damn.
I'm gonna go Fournette. Cincinnati hasn't had it figured out yet, and Jacksonville's defense is a storm, a whirlwind of tornadoes and bobcats.
Well, you imagine
That's true. They added,
Hey, they're
actually,
Jaguars.
they added somebody else too, right? They got a defense.
Did they have a trade? No, but yeah, that is true with them. You know, with their defense, again, they get short fields, so
Yeah.
Fournette's gonna get like 30 carries.
he's going to get 30 carries, and like 6 of them will be inside the 2-yard line. So
I'm going to pay the extra $300 to get Fournette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't hate that play. That's pretty.
I've gotten.
Plus, they're coming off a bye, and he didn't really play last game,
Yeah.
right? So he's ready to fucking tear shit up. So
It's taken me about 16, 17 years, but I have no ill will against the Jaguars.
Okay.
They did beat us 62-7 in Dan Marino's last game, and I went there at 2 in the morning.
hey,
At 2 in the morning, we stood on top of the Jaguar at the stadium. That was before like 9/11, where you could just run around public facilities with no issues whatsoever. So we showed up at the stadium at 2 in the morning, and the security guard let us just take pictures on top of the Jaguar in the stadium. And then so we cursed the Dolphins. They lost 62-7. Went to Disney World to have a great weekend after.
I mean, you still had
Yeah, but so I can't be mad. I'm gonna go Fournette for that very reason. Which makes total sense.
Matt, you said Gurley.
yes,
You said, and
I went
Mario,
Gurley, yeah.
You Gurley too.
I just like that story.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
it's very true. I'll show you the picture.
Matt Mayfield.
Next one we have is Antonio Freeman, right? Antonio.
You really looked at me with like, yeah, right? I think so.
We
I
have
don't know.
Devontae Freeman versus, I believe, Christian McCaffrey.
Run McC.
McCaffrey or Freeman. McCaffrey is actually 6,500. Freeman 6,600. I assume that they're going against each other.
In
No,
this one,
he's not 6,600. He's free, man.
That's true. He is Freeman.
He is a free man.
I'm actually gonna go with with Freeman. He's been way
I like how you want to avoid first names at all costs. You're like, I'm gonna go with.
Too many damn-
I'm gonna go with Freeman, just Freeman.
I'm
That's
going with
his name.
Freeman. I don't even know who these two people are.
I'm gonna go McCaffrey just because I like the PPR, and because Cam really doesn't have anybody else to throw it to other than funny boy, funny man. Pablo.
We're picking Julio. I'm just kidding.
McCaffrey.
I said Freeman.
Oh yeah, you did say Fremont, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Mario.
I'll go with McCaffrey. I think he has a big role this week after the trade of Benjamin.
Right. That's what I'm saying. All right. Who's me? Tyreek Hill, $6,700 versus Des Bryant, $6,400. This gonna be a good game. You know what? Just a little heads up. Tyreek Hill, ever since week 1, he scores like 20 to 25 points, and then the very next game scores 6 points. The next game after that scores 20 points to 18 points. Game after that, 5 points, 6 points,
What did he do last week?
6 points.
Oh,
So you know what he's gonna get? He's gonna give me 22 points this week. So I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill.
the freak!
22 points is what Tyreek Hill's gonna get me.
I'm gonna go
At least.
I'm gonna go Dez. Kansas City is number 29 in the league against number 1 wide receivers. The Cowboys are probably without Zeke. They're probably gonna have to throw the ball more. So give me Dez, and he's cheaper this week. Last week he was like 7,800 or something.
Yeah, he was. He was crazy.
So give me Dez this week. I like that at 64.
How's Des been doing? Is he doing all right or like?
Yeah, he's all right.
He hasn't had a breakout game yet this year.
Yeah. So okay.
Hopefully this should be it.
So I'll go with Hill.
Hill.
Yeah, this is. And by the way, we're taking a break because I'm showing you the picture of me standing on the Jaguar in the year 2000
With the big ass Miami
with the big Miami
flag.
Dolphins flag
That is-
ahead of our
Let me take a picture of
ahead
that,
of
and
our
then I can
giant
post that.
loss, and it is one of the worst playoff losses in the history of the NFL. Predates leather helmets.
I'm going with Des Bryant. I think Des Bryant's going to have a very good rest of the season.
Right. If you look at his schedule, plus, I mean, Zeke might be out. He's hopefully he tears it up, man.
Yeah,
Mostly, I'm thinking that mostly because I just traded to get him.
Well,
Oh well, we'll see. So everybody picked, and then Pablo. Who are you picking, Tyreek or Des?
Phil, I'm picking Phil.
Phil?
Yeah,
All right.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. He sounds like he has a list, right? Uncle Phil.
No,
All right, sweet.
T Hill and TH put together
The
makes a
freak.
th sound.
The freak. All right.
Phil.
Dr. Mario.
Next matchup?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. We got Julio Jones versus at Carolina, and then Doug Baldwin at Washington. So I'm gonna go Julio. Josh Norman's back, so he's probably guarding.
I got my Norman back.
Baldwin.
Norman back.
So I'm gonna go with Julio. Plus, last year Julio had that one game where he had 300 yards and a touchdown against Carolina.
So you're thinking that's what? Oh, and then that's when who got fired?
Matt Ryan.
Didn't someone get fired?
Someone got, I'm pretty sure someone got fired. So yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I know it's in Carolina and he's not as good on the road, but I'm gonna take the chance there. Just I think Josh Norman's a tough matchup for Doug Baldwin. So and Seattle's has those other receivers that are stepping up. Richardson.
Yeah, that P. Richardson.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Julio this week.
Have you checked Josh Norman's Twitter to see if he's doing any memes about
butter hands or anything like that?
No,
I haven't seen that.
Okay,
yet.
because if he's doing about Baldwin, I'd say he'd have the motivation to strike back with vengeance.
And then they too become frenemies as well.
I do like the Latino Julio versus Carolina.
That's true.
And I think that being the only other Spanish, and I'm not sure if he's Spanish or not, but his name is Julio, so it makes sense. He should pick up the salsa dance move from Victor Cruz, since Victor Cruz is now retired. And Julio Jones, I predict, not only outperforms Doug Baldwin, but he breaks out the salsa dance, or maybe some form of merengue.
Yeah.
Which is worth an extra $1,000. So I say overpay for Julio. I know it's only $7,800. I say leave a tip.
Leave that 100 on the table, man.
That's
Just
right.
leave it there. I'm gonna go with Doug Baldwin.
All right, the odd man out
That's right.
per usual.
Because I have him.
Oh, you gotta leave your feelings out of it at this point in DraftKings point. Oh, but you're taking it from the side of
Yeah, year long.
Yeah, you're
And,
long.
I mean, and you're getting $900 off. I mean, that's a pretty nice chunk of change. But
Yes,
no, yeah,
it's-
I mean, Baldwin probably won't have a great game, but Julio hasn't had a great game either. So
Very true. So it's
I
kind
think
of
they're going to both have
It's kind of a
decent
toss
games,
salad.
and Julio or Baldwin's going to have like 15 fantasy points, and Julio's going to have like 11.
Sweet. Pablo,
Yeah, Julio.
No, next matchup.
next one.
Oh, okay. Evan versus Tomas. Who's Tomas?
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas? Okay, I know who he is, the receiver for the Saints. And Evans is the receiver for the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers may not have Jameis Winston.
That's
So-
true. Right, but don't they keep doing that?
And even
though?
if they do have Jameis Winston, he has a shoulder issue.
He kind of sucks right now.
Yeah, and I know he had the crab leg issue.
and just crabs. in general.
Yeah,
That was a pretty bad issue, man.
yeah. You know what that was, right? He stole
just
crabs
still-
from a
still
supermarket.
Crab legs.
I mean,
I love crab legs though.
But would
I mean, if
you?
you're gonna steal something from a supermarket, crab legs are right up there. That or like really nice steaks.
But you know, I used to watch Supermarket Sweep. So I would steal the turkey ball.
Best news of the day, guys. Supermarket Sweep is coming back.
I am in love.
I can't contain my excitement.
I am very, very.
You gotta go for the
excited.
turkey ball and the diapers, and maybe formula at this point.
Who's this Thomas guy again? Julius Thomas? Oh yeah, Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Do we have to get? We have to take.
you don't have to pick it.
I guess. You know what?
I wouldn't pick either one of them. I saw the matchup.
Hey! When in doubt, go with the better quarterback.
Right.
Right?
So Michael Thomas.
Thomas.
I'm not. I'm just gonna. I'm going exactly with what he said.
Okay. Mario.
I'm gonna go. Michael Thomas. He's got a better matchup. Tampa Bay's corners are terrible. Marshawn Lattimore, the rookie from Ohio State, is a beast. So I'm actually very interested to see that matchup.
That is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, he gives up some height to Evans because Evans is like 5 inches taller than him. But man, the kid is good. He's probably been one of the best corners in the league.
I'm also
this year,
picking Thomas because if any Thomas goes off, I can say that's what I thought it was.
Oh right. So and it could be Demarius.
Zach.
Zach.
Julius.
A lot of sacks.
Julius. There is.
Julius Thomas.
Cameron.
But it won't be. It won't be.
Artist.
Zach Miller.
Is that one of his
Will
names?
Zach Miller go off?
Who?
Zach Miller, the guy he said broke
dude.
his
That was
knee
the
fell
grossest-
off.
That was the grossest thing ever. So the worst part about that whole Zach Miller play, well, one, I was watching it with my 8-year-old son and saw it, and he was like,
Oh, he's double jointed.
And I was like, That's not
That guy's
the way
really
it's supposed
talented.
to go.
He's like half deer. That's
He didn't
awesome.
even care at all. My son, I'm sure Zach Miller did. But the worst part was because they had to check to see if it was a touchdown or not. They showed it like 50 times. They just kept going back and forth and back and forth and back. Like over and over, his knee just buckling and just getting destroyed.
And see if he bring it from the other angle.
Is that a tibia and a fibia? Or just a fibia? Let's see if it crosses the line.
and the upper dorsimus eximus.
And the best part was he caught it, he rolled, and then he like kind of threw the ball because I'm sure his knee didn't feel very good.
Yeah,
and they
it
said it was an incomplete pass.
I want to see the ref like do the juggle of the balls
With his left
motion.
of his leg.
Yeah.
And shout out to no, we're just joking. Zach Miller, hope speedy recovery, and we're all
that
right.
was-
I'll pour out some of my malt liquor here for your for your
Poured it
leg.
in my mouth.
To the surgery, all I kept reading over and over was they're trying to save his leg. Never did I see like successful surgery.
It said successful.
Did it? Okay, good. Because I was like, that's really sad.
They were able to attach it, just not to the rest of his leg. He's got a sweet foot chest though.
If he just falls, he just like whoop. Can't fucking roll down the state. Yeah, that's all.
Kickstand Miller. Oh, Kickstand Miller.
Our last who versus who. Oh wait, did you pick Alex?
Yeah, I'm going all
All
time.
right, cool. We all went Thomas. Last who versus who. We have Travis Kelsey at Dallas, and then the GOAT Ertz against Denver.
Man.
6,700 for Kelsey, 6,800 for.
Ertz is fucking turning up.
Ertz.
I'm going Ertz just because you see what Jason Witten did. He had 20 points against Denver.
I'm going Ertz because he has had a touchdown in like 9 straight games.
Yeah.
Guys,
They've only played 7.
so mistaken. Say Ken Kelsey is obvious choice. He's going against Dallas.
I like
And,
how what I said. Ertz, Pablo goes like this. Well, I mean, no one can see, but he made this face like, get the fuck out.
No, you know why? Because every time I see Ertz, I think of the fantasy football. It hurts when I fart. That's all I think about when I see Ertz.
So you were
Ertz when
smelling
I
a
fart.
fart when I said
Yeah, so I was just thinking about
You're
something
all-
else, and I
gross.
I just thought it was hilarious. Thinking to myself, it hurts when I fart.
Okay, so you're going Kelsey of the
Say
Travis.
Ken Kelsey.
Okay. 6,800 versus 6,700. Not much difference, but who's going to have a bigger game?
I'm gonna go with Travis Kelsey versus Dallas.
Split.
Good old Tavares Kelsey.
All right. Man, so that was fucking good. What happened?
No,
Anything
I was
good?
looking at basketball now.
Did we keep like score of this? Because like I think like as you go longer, your words should carry more weight,
Yeah, and
right? So I guess we do have video recorded.
we I
audio
can go
evidence.
back towards the end. I can, put up all the numbers and
You gonna
see
juggle it?
who did better.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the juggling
the
of the
juggle.
balls, hands thing. All right, this is the part, Pablo.
We got another one. Here we go.
This is your first time. This is the one we truly keep score. Every time it's called Pick'em, and it's not only do we pick
Pick 'em.
games.
I don't even know him.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't pick them. We give confidence points to how confident are you about those picks. Okay,
About tree fitty.
tree fitty.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to put down, that's fine. But it ranks from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can only assign that number to that game.
Did you guys create like your own values, like daily fantasy? I feel like it's a
We
you
kinda
can
do.
only take one confidence point. Like I can't do a 5 twice. Is that how
Yes,
it works?
that's exactly right. And if you get the game incorrect,
Get negative
you
points.
get negative points.
So if you miss your 5-pointer, that's a -5.
But if you start with -5 confidence and then you get negative points, that becomes a positive and you win.
Yes,
Loophole.
I guess you can do negative
You can
5
do it with -5.
if that's what you want to do.
And then when it's all negative, it's positive.
Right, then I'm negative in all of my points. But yeah, so we usually pick a Dallas game, a Houston game, a Sunday night game, and a Monday night game, and then whatever
Great,
kind
we're picking a Sunday night game.
so whatever kind of a juicy matchup we can find, which I could not find one. I only picked the one that had the smallest spread.
Nice.
So that's
works.
how I went off of this one.
That's an important game though.
Oh, yeah,
the first
for
one.
sure.
I'll go to start off. First one we have is Atlanta against Carolina. Carolina's a 1-point favorite. It's at Carolina. That's our kind of just pick 'em game for the week. It's an important game because I think they're right next to each other in the standings. It's so hard to tell. Are Matt Ryan and Julio Jones going to ever snap out of their funk and just go off one game? Is Cam Newton going to have a good game, or is he going to have one of his 2 interceptions? Throw the ball to no one. I don't like this game.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I'm picking.
The more you talked about
Let's
it, the
see.
more you're like,
Alphabetically, Atlanta comes first, so I will give Atlanta 1 point.
You're going to give Atlanta 1 point. And then, hey, let me just take a quick break, just a quick thing on this, just to go over the numbers from last week. Okay, so real quick, we did pick'ems last week. Mario, you picked Carolina. You picked Carolina, Dallas, Seattle, Detroit, and KC. Your grand total was 9 points. So
Solid.
good job, man.
hell yeah.
Matt,
good.
you picked Carolina, Dallas, Houston, Pitt, and KC.
Killed me, man.
And KC. So your points were 11 points.
Confidence points.
11 confidence points.
I don't know.
And,
Taking
and
notes.
that was with Houston
Hang on.
barely losing that last one.
That's true. And then Papa Bear over here, I picked Carolina, Dallas, Seattle, Pittsburgh, and KC. And that makes it 2 weeks in a row.
You got them all right?
I got it all right. 2 weeks in a row.
If you would have done two
And you know
$20
what?
parlays with Vegas for those 5 games, you would have won a couple $100 easy.
And last week I actually picked
Way
those
more
exact
than
same teams, so we tied.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
perfect. So we're off to a good
How
start.
how many points was that? 20,
Yeah, that's
22?
crazy. The first time I came on here,
15 points.
first time I came on here, positive 9 points would have run away with it.
Yeah, easily. Easily.
But as
I'm
you
an
guys have
ass.
discussed the intricacies of the game,
Yeah, now I'm an
you all have
ass.
become more knowledgeable.
I'm not giving out stats
You
anymore.
get more, you get more data as the season goes, and you it's easier to predict things.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, and so I picked Atlanta against Carolina with only giving 1 confidence point. Alex?
I'm going to go... Yeah, man, I'm going to have to go Atlanta. It sucks. I want to pick Carolina just because I like Cam and McCaffrey, and I have both of them on my league.
I
So-
just looked at the line for the Houston game.
Yeah, did you see that? How fucked up that is? We'll get to it whenever we get to it. But I'm going to go Atlanta, 1 confidence point. So
Mario.
I am going for the home team. Give me Carolina 1 confidence point.
All right. 1-1.
Mainly because y'all both picked Atlanta.
This should be fun. Pablo, you're up.
All right. With 37 confidence points, I'm going to put that on. This is a stupid game.
and right? Isn't it kind of fucking difficult?
Can I just both stay home? I don't want to. It's like a mediocre bowl. All right.
I picked the smallest spread. That's all I do. This is the
Carolina
boringest game.
In Atlanta. What's the weather like in Carolina? Anybody know?
Beautiful.
It should
This
be like,
time of year,
It should
fall,
be. It is.
crisp.
All the leaves have different colors on it. It's beautiful.
All the leaves are brown.
All right. Atlanta's more south, so I don't know how they deal with seasons.
They've been playing the-
Carolina. Is Migos performing that Saturday?
Probably. Maybe even at halftime.
Okay. Or Cardi B, perhaps. I'm going to go with the Atlanta team.
How many points?
Falcons. Let's go ahead and go with 2.
2 points. All right.
I roll up with 2 bitches.
All right. This one is KC at Dallas. KC's favored by 1 point. Wait, that's not by 1 point. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
That's what it means, right? Yeah, KC's favored. Dallas playing at home, probably going to be without Zeke. They're going to air it out. I think they were going to air it out regardless, but
think it's gonna be high scoring.
now this is going to be super aired out. I don't know, man. I see Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. 2 points, though. I mean, I think this is the lowest confidence points I've had in Dallas all season. But yeah, I'm going to go 2 points.
Are we picking with a spread?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go Dallas. This is the highest confidence points I've given them all season. 2.
What a dick.
KC showed some weakness last week, right?
Yeah, big time.
They did play against a monster defense, but even so, they played against an impotent offense and still
And then
managed
the-
to
and then
just
the week
barely eke
before
it out because of a fumble, right?
And the week before that, they played Oakland. That was a badass game, too.
Okay,
That-
badass game against a team now who seems pretty weak,
Yeah.
right? So, my thought is,
He's all Miami.
KC is that, are they who you think they are? The Miami Heat. I'm going Miami
Yeah,
Heat. The Miami Heat.
We are who they thought we are.
I'm going to go 13 points to the Miami Heat.
So which one?
Give me. This is hard, man. I'm going to go with
You could say
1
KC.
point with Dallas.
Well-
Actually, I'm going to go 3 points with Dallas.
Okay.
the
So
loss.
just so you know, you can only pick 1 point each one.
Yeah, I got it. That's why it
Or instead of the one,
took
you're
me
like,
longer to think of the other point I picked.
yeah, it's pretty difficult. Mateo.
That's super easy.
I'm going with Casey in 4.
Damn.
Are you, really?
Yeah, Casey.
Okay.
I think Zeke means so much to their offense, and not that they're not going to be good going forward, but I think just getting back into a rhythm without
take a
him
couple games.
is going to be different. And so it's, I keep hearing Zeke gets whatever it is, 25 carries, are just going to get split. It's not that big of a deal, but carries that Zeke makes that are 9 yards are going to end up being 4-yard carries. But even with a good offensive line, that one tackle that Zeke breaks or the one really nice move that Zeke makes, I don't think that McFadden and Alfred Morris are going to make them quite as easy. So I think they're going to struggle rushing, and I think that KC is going to win.
All right. Okay, Mario. Next one.
We got the best game of the week. You got Houston
Hell yeah.
at home against the Colts.
I know where my points are going.
Wow.
There's a 14-point spread.
That's a 14 point. I don't think I've seen it that high.
14-point spread with the rookie freaking quarterback.
Yeah, rookie quarterback. 14-point
That's
favorite.
impressive.
I'll just say, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going Houston,
Yeah,
but I'm only going to
we're
go
gonna-
4 points, only just because I want to try and win. So,
I was gonna say we can do the 1, 2, 3. Everybody say it at the same time.
nah, I'm only going 4 because I'm going to try and win. So I'll go 5 points on one of these other shitty games. But I mean, pretty confident Houston's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going really safe. Pablo.
It's a tough one. To go Houston. I'm going to go 5.2 Renos.
Houston 5.
I too am going 5. Just because, the last time we were super confident on the team, wasn't it? The
It was
last time we were
Denver.
that confident, it
Well, it
was
was also one of the
Denver
first weeks.
and it was Patriots
New England against
against
Kansas
KC.
City, though, and Kansas City is way better than we expected them to be at the
Yeah.
start of the year.
Right.
Pablo, next game.
This is your game right here, dude.
All for you.
This is the time where Jay Cutler
This is why he
smokes a
didn't use
Winston.
This is why he didn't use the 1 point earlier.
I know he did use it.
Yeah, this is a
Oh, he
solid.
didn't use the one?
This is no.
He used it
this
for
is a
ATO.
solid. No, I didn't. I used 2.
He's 2 on the first.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did?
Pablo.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's a
shit.
solid 1 point Miami.
I knew it. And I'm going to second that, but switch the teams and switch the numbers as well. And go with, I'm going with Oakland, and I'm going to only give it 3 points.
Thank you, man. It's a solid middle.
Although it would not surprise me one bit in this game. I actually don't think that Oakland is like a guarantee by any means.
Miami's
'cause
a winning team.
they are.
This is
And-
Sunday Night Football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be awful?
Nah, this is what Jay Cutler's going to
Vince
come on the field with a
Taylor.
black and mild and a beer, throw that ball clear over that mountain.
I could throw it over them damn near here.
That garbage mountain next to the stadium
I
of
have
Miami.
now just switched my pick to Miami in 2.
Did you really?
Yep, Miami 2.
Hell yeah. That's right. Matt's moments.
This is a magic moment.
It's Matt's moments.
Yeah.
Let's go, yeah. That's the
There
next
you
one.
That
go.
would be perfect.
So
We
it's
do
kind
throwback picks. We pick games from 86.
we're using our fucking sports almanac. Okay, me, I'm gonna go Oakland, 4 points.
Yeah, I'm going to go Oakland 3 points.
All right, and then Mateo.
Morton is dealing, apparently. So, no. That would be Charlie Morton for the Houston Astros.
Steakhouse. Okay, Matt.
The
final game of the night.
final game
Final
of the
game of
night,
week
Monday
9.
Night Football for week
Dun, dun,
9,
dun, dun.
would be the Detroit Lions with a 2.5 point favorite over the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau
The
Field.
Packers of Green Bay. You remember that from he kicked it to that big.
It was quite a
It was
contest.
quite exhilarating.
I could seriously end up getting like one of these games right now that I look back at my picks.
One of them, right?
Houston. I think now at this point, like the only one I'm super confident in is Houston.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually going to go with the team that is not playing somebody other than Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go with the wonderful Matthew Stafford. I said last week, don't pick Matthew Stafford in prime time. And of course, it's Monday Night Football now, and I'm picking Matthew Stafford. But Detroit and all I have left is 3.
Words.
Just because Green Bay, they're so lost without Aaron Rodgers. It's not.
They really are.
It's kind of sad.
I'm going Detroit, 3 points, because that's all I have left. I don't have any good. I don't like either one of the teams. I don't like Matthew Stafford. Although it's pretty cool that he knows Clayton Kershaw.
I don't even like football.
Yeah, I hate fantasy football. I'm just kidding. Mario,
That's funny. I'm gonna go Detroit. 5 points.
8 Mile.
All the win.
It's so hard in the D. Going for Detroit, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit over Green Bay. Green Bay, do they have a quarterback or is T.Y. Martin, whatever the guy is?
Brett.
No. T.Y., the guy that they put every position when they get injured.
Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
he's
gonna
Also
be-
known as Ty. T.Y. Montgomery.
Is this also
I like how you-
Aaron Rodgers?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, T.Y.
That's D nice. Is there D nice in here?
Jay Quellen.
Say it right.
Jay Quellen.
Dude, that shit was hilarious.
That clip made that show. Like, there was other funny parts for sure, but that one little thing made that show.
That show was 40% funny.
Yeah, it's not great, but that part was fucking awesome. Anyway, all right, dude, that's our pick 'em. And
Did you pick somebody?
I
he
picked
picked
the
Detroit.
debt.
Like, you picked
you
that.
picked the D in Detroit.
That's not our show,
I put the
man.
debt in
No,
Detroit.
I know, I'm not. I said that's
Oh,
the
that
end
was
of pick 'em.
Woo. All right, so we're getting into garbage time. We're going to be pretty quick on this, but I was just kind of wondering because reading a bunch of stuff about the World Series, Astros and the Dodgers. A lot of people in Texas, or I'm sorry, a lot of people in San Antonio are rooting for the Astros, but they might not be true Astro fans.
Yeah.
So people that like the Dodgers for whatever reason, even though they've probably lived in San Antonio their whole lives, have no connection to LA, but they've liked the Dodgers for longer, think that somebody else liking the Astros now is jumping on the bandwagon. So I'm just kind of curious what y'all's thoughts are on what are the rules of the bandwagon.
Must
How
have
do
an
y'all feel
instrument.
about-
Must have an
Yeah,
instrument.
that's good. Yeah.
I don't know if I've been to. I'm a Yankees fan, which all I've known for
And
baseball.
you're really good at yanking.
Yeah, and I yank it like
Yeah.
so. It makes sense. It makes sense for me. Like I'm part of it. Like they're a part of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean the same thing. I don't know who to. I mean, I like Yankees. I've always liked them just because that's all I've known for baseball. Whenever I started growing up, and then I did say, if I had to pick a second team, it would be Astros, just because
close.
they're closer.
And
You know what I mean?
I've been an Astro fan and a Rangers fan forever. I live in San Antonio. I've always lived in San Antonio. They're both close. Whenever I was young, we'd drive up to some Rangers games. We'd drive to Houston for Astros games. I'd see those are the only two teams I'd ever see live. I liked both of them. I liked the Yankees for a long time, but mostly because I liked players. I was a really big Derek Jeter fan. But yeah, I mean, I've been an Astros fan, especially since they've gotten better. Obviously, 3 years ago when they were losing 100 games, 120 games, I wasn't a huge Astros fan because how much fun is that? Now I'm a
Jeff Bagwell
diehard
was
Spurs
pretty cool.
fan, and I don't care if they go and they start winning 20 games a year. I'm going to always be a diehard Spurs fan, but that's just how it is.
I was a Spurs fan before they got Tim Duncan.
I also don't have an NFL team, so if I root for a team at all, I must be jumping on the bandwagon because I don't have an NFL team.
I think you do. I think you have a Packers. I think you like Packers.
No, because I like Aaron Rodgers. Like right now, I don't give a shit if the Packers win or lose. It's like, oh well. Mario, what do you think?
I think it's all right because since we're from San Antonio, we don't have a major leagues baseball
So we can
team.
kind of pick whichever.
So I think you can kind of like, all right, this is my team, and you can kind of hop back and forth. I think it makes it all right. If you're from a major city that has those teams, you should probably be a fan of their teams. You know what I mean? Like he's from Miami, he's a Dolphins fan, probably a Marlins fan, probably a Heat fan. I don't know, but
If there was a Miami ladies bowling team,
right, and that's the way I would be.
I'm rooting
if
for
the
them.
Raiders.
Yeah.
I've been a Cowboys fan since I was born. If the Raiders would have moved here, whatever,
Yeah.
would have
I
dropped the
would've jumped on
Cowboys in a
right away.
heartbeat,
Yeah.
and I would have been a Raiders fan. I mean, that's just how I feel. If you don't have a team,
I don't know if I
feel
would
like you
drop
can switch.
Cowboys. I think I'd.
No, I would.
Really?
Bye. Goodbye.
Nothing. I think the worst.
Have you made me any money? Do you pay me? No,
It's
right?
funny
So fuck
because
you.
to me, the only bandwagoners that bother me are Laker fans, or pretty much LeBron fans. So they were Heat fans when he was with the Heat. They were Cavs fans before that, and now they're Cavs fans again. But they've always been Cavs. You know what I mean? It's just like no, you like
And I
LeBron
think it's going to that point to where you're not even a fan of teams anymore. People are just fans of
because you are
players.
just fans of players. But for me, the only reason those bandwagoners bother me is because I have a true NBA team that I've always rooted for. So whenever
So now,
I'm
now
like,
you know how
fuck
the
you.
Dodgers fans feel.
Exactly.
Right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I kind of see it.
So then,
but,
how about if a certain player goes from your team to another team, do you root for that other team, or you say,
Oh, if a certain
fuck
player
it?
left the Spurs,
Yeah, you
I would-
remember
I
like
would
Sean Elliott.
pretty much-
Like Sean Elliott went to Detroit for a
and
little
he
bit.
no longer existed to me
Oh, really?
until he came back.
Okay.
Yeah, like Steven Jackson too. Didn't exist for about 5 years. Then
Fuck
he came
Steven
back,
Jackson.
and then he retired and started talking shit about Pop or whatever. And yeah,
Is that him or Ori?
Ori
can
was
say it,
saying that Olajuwon was better than Tim Duncan, which that every bit of credit. And then he said he only said those things because he was trying to sell Taco Bell tacos.
Robert Horry was.
Yeah,
What are you thinking, Pablo? Tell me.
this
No,
is going
I
to be
think
interesting.
to understand the answer to Matt's question, you really have to look back at the historic origin of the word bandwagon. So the bandwagon was actually
Originated-
reference to P.T. Barnum's circus bandwagon that would come through town with the band playing, and it was a marketing ploy to get people to join the circus. And people caught on after time, and so they would insult they would say, "Oh, you're jumping on the bandwagon. You're going to join the circus," right? And that's to understand, like, really how to answer Matt's question. I think the first thing I have to ask is, what was the question?
I don't know, but I think I'm changing my answer now. What's this research shit, man? Like,
I'm gonna go with Barnum and Bailey. I'm gonna be with them at all times.
So I don't.
Apparently I'm
I don't
joining
bet.
the circus.
Look, I think.
Fuck.
So you just have to. Well, I think switching, like, or following a player, or like doing things just for little kids when you idolize like a cool player or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then really, like, you don't choose who you root for in life. It's just by proximity. So you should root for the team in the town you were born in if they have like a team or a franchise. If not, root to the one closest to you. So you should be a fan by proximity, a Munchausen by proxy,
Right. Munchausen.
if you will.
Developed a new disease.
Yes, it's called being a Dolphins fan. It's a
I'm
sickness.
sorry.
Yeah, you're definitely not on any bandwagon.
No.
I appreciate
You gotta
that.
give him respect for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I could definitely become a Marlins fan. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
I could become a
Those
Marlins
guys
fan.
look good,
That could be
man.
my NL team because I like the Marlins a lot.
You know, where I lived in Miami, I watched the entire stadium get put up. I was going to say erected, but this is a family show.
Say,
I
dude.
think it's politically incorrect to erect a building in these days and ages.
Say it.
So the building was put up. It looked beautiful. I heard it has like fish tanks and all this stuff. And I've always been meaning to go to a game. I've been to a game in Denver before I went to one that I watched the stadium get built.
Oh my gosh.
And I used to go. I used to go with season tickets to the Marlins and watch them when they were in Pro Player, Joe Robbie, Sun Life, Land Shark Beer,
the like Gary Sheffield
Stadium.
time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sheffield.
Gary Sheffield, my favorite baseball player because he had a gold tooth on his baseball card. That's my he had a gold chain and a tooth.
So
Yeah.
I mean that could be a whole nother garbage time. But what happened to gold teeth, man? You know,
It doesn't-
why do they have to get all fancy with these white teeth?
Well,
I think ever since Paul Wall stepped back out of the game,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is. Is that a rapper?
Paul Wall he makes
Oh.
grills. He's a grill salesman,
A gorilla
He's-
salesman?
a grill manufacturer and salesman, wholesaler, retailer.
All right, man. Well, that's it for week 9.
This show is brought to you by Paul Wall. Go get your grills at Paul Wall in Houston, by the way.
And use promo code SOFF. And ask for a discount.
Yeah.
Like,
Tell them Pablo.
I don't know if
sent
they'll send. I don't know if they'll do it, but just tell them we sent
Yeah,
you. whatever.
Pablo, appreciate you joining the podcast.
Hey,
Yeah,
my pleasure.
man. Hey, you're welcome
fun.
anytime if you're
All
ever
right.
bored or.
All right, next time I fly in, I'll make sure to stop by.
Yeah. Cool. All right, man. See you later.
See you Wednesday.
I already